Hello and welcome everyone to Enchanted Empath live stream / podcast. So welcome. It's been a while. Today I want to talk about Feng Shui and what the heck does Feng Shui have to do with manifesting? So a lot of you know that we've been really focusing on the art of manifesting since January 1st. And inside my Enchanted Empath community, we all have goals that we're working towards. We're manifesting big things. And one of the topics that we hit on was Feng Shui. And I thought that this is a topic that is worth sharing for sure. Because a lot of times when I'm talking about manifesting, I am typically talking about my mental state, the spiritual mental state that is necessary, and leveraging the tools of the universe or the universal laws. And so Feng Shui does all that, but on a much more physical level. So we're going to talk about Feng Shui. We're going to talk about how it absolutely matters when it comes to manifestation and how to switch up or change up our physical plane so that we can manifest even better. So, my name is Charlene Murphy. I am a soul coach and creator of Enchanted Empath community. I have been a intuitive reader for many years. And so my love is teaching, and that's what I do. I'm here to empower people to be their best, highest, greatest, most amazing selves by leveraging their intuition, by manifesting, and by learning the art of self-healing. It's all built in. And so my motto is remember your inner brilliance, that you can be, do, and have whatever it is that you can think of, and even the things beyond that you can ever imagine. So let's dive into the topic for today. So what is Feng Shui? You might be asking. So I got some notes and I'm going to share those with you. So Feng Shui, I have a very simple definition. It's the art of manifesting on the physical plane. I've already said that. It's creating clear channels. So it's creating the space in your environment to attract the things that you want. And so one of the things that I have to back up and say is that you are manifesting 24/7. You are always creating your reality. You're always attracting to yourself the things that are in your environment that you can see now and things that are coming. So you're a very powerful attractor, a very powerful magnet to everything, basically. So most people, though, manifest on a very subconscious level. And my work is to help people manifest on a very deliberate level, a very conscious level, to make it a game, make it a part of their lifestyle so that you can manifest and create really great things in your life over and over again. And so you can look around your environment, you can look around your life, and you can assess whether or not you're happy with the things that are there. And if you're not, then you can change that. And there's a lot of different things that you can do to change your manifestations, your current manifestations. And that is opening up a whole can of worms. So tonight we're just going to keep the focus on your physical place, your physical home, and manifesting using and leveraging Feng Shui. So Feng Shui is clearly an Eastern art. And it has everything to do with your home. It has to do with moving your furniture around, placing things to open up the space, so that energy can flow and so that you can attract certain aspects in your life. And we'll get into some details in just a minute. But I want to just remind you that your environment is most definitely a reflection of you. And so what's going on in your environment? And this is very, very telling. So if in fact, like if I did readings and I did my intuitive readings in people's homes, which I don't, um, but if I did, I would get so much information just by the energy of their environment that I would probably be a little overwhelmed, right? So it's a good thing that I don't, because your environment is super telling. Everything is telling on you, right? So is your space neat? Is it tidy? Is it cluttered? Do you hold on to things? Do you save things from years and years ago? Are you a bit of a hoarder? And so when you can take an honest assessment of your home and the things that are in your home, you can make the correlation between what you're manifesting and how you manifest, right? So, for instance, somebody who is stuck in the past and say they just have a lot of memorabilia, or they're hoarders, or they just have a lot of clutter. They, and this is pretty textbook, they're stuck. They have a hard time moving forward. They have a hard time innovating. They have a hard time changing habits. They have a hard time letting go, right? And so you can see that this isn't woo woo. This is very practical matter. It's a very practical matter. And so the nice thing is that, of course, the art of feng shui and myself, we're not going to leave you hanging. And so if you do want to manifest better and to be a clear channel for the things that you want, there are things that you can do, and it's all at your fingertips. So let's talk about the, let me just break down what feng shui actually means. So Feng, it's Feng, means wind, and shui means water, translates to water. And so what happens in the art of feng shui is it's very, very grounding when you think of it. They use elements of the earth, and they incorporate those elements of the earth into your home to create balance. And those elements include wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. So you can think of a wind chime, for example, to represent air, or metal. And you can have a water feature, a little water fountain, to represent water. And then, of course, stones and anything made of natural materials would be fire or earth. And so integrating the elements of the planet Earth into your home really grounds you and brings you into that cohesive place to remind you that we're all part of this whole system, that we're all integrated. And then when we can strike a balance with those elements in our home, we're striking a balance with our relationship with the earth. And when we do that, we create calm, we create peace, we create a channel for the magnetism, from us to open up so that we're clear channels. So being a clear channel is like the bottom line for my business. Everything I do points to being a clear channel. And the reasons are numerous, mainly because that's where the answers are. That's where all the good stuff is. And so we want to be clear channels so we can hear our intuition, so we can manifest, so we can create, and be guided, when we can hear. So feng shui, you can just see that by moving your furniture around or being consciously decorating and designing your interior and even your exterior has everything to do with your life and the quality of life that you have and the things that are showing up for you. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the elements. We talked about what feng shui means. In the comments below, I do have a link to a handy dandy tool. It's the feng shui master tool. It's called the Bagua, and it's a map. And in the Bagua actually translates to 8 spaces or 8 areas. So the Bagua is, I should have printed one so I could share it. It's imagine just a square in 8 segments, right? The center being actually 9 segments. So the 8 are the ones that surround, and then the 9th one is the center, and the center represents your health and well-being. So this Bagua map really just segments all the areas of your life. And so you have the area of love and romance, the area of money, the area of family, the area of health and well-being, the area of fame, the area of spiritual helpers, the area of career, the area of children and creativity. So when you consciously focus on designing those specific areas of your life, then you are setting these intentions for these changes to occur. And so when I look at Feng Shui, I don't see it as a magical kind of tool in itself. What I see is that it's a tool that helps you tap into your magic. You're the magician here. You're the creator. And so, for instance, if you're saying that you want a relationship and you want to enhance your love life, then you go into the love and romance section of your home, and then you do some deliberate tweaks and alterations. And in Feng Shui, they're called cures, by the way. And as you're doing these things, you are pretty much a prayer in motion. You are an intention in motion. You are moving things, believing that things are changing, that you can do these things because you're doing it. And so when you have this combination of action and thought and feeling firing all at once, then that's the definition of a really amazing manifester. So Feng Shui helps in that. And then the second way Feng Shui helps in manifesting is that I'll take the same example, you go and you Feng Shui your bedroom, for example. Now, your bedroom may not be in the romance sector of your house, but the bedroom always represents love and romance, no matter what area of the Bagua it is. And so not only can you design the Bagua area, the specific one, but you can also pump it up by Feng Shuiing your bedroom. And I'll give you an example. So you're wanting love and romance, and so you see that your bed is squished up against a wall, meaning that there's only room for one person to climb in and out. That would be you. And so you simply rearrange the bed in a place in your room that has access for 2 people. And by doing that, you're setting that intention in motion. And then every time you walk into that room, you see it. It reminds you, oh yeah, I have this intention to attract love and romance in my life. And so there it is again. It just continues, continues to spark your intention and your dream and your desire and your vision for love and romance. So you can see that the magic is definitely you, but the action is the part that puts the fire underneath you and keeps the fan or keeps the flame going. It's the fan to the flame, basically. So it's pretty interesting stuff. So I did mention that the things that we do in our areas are called cures in Feng Shui. And those cures are really basic stuff. And so I'll give you a real quick rundown of what those cures can be and how they might work for you. So And I'm telling you this because most of them are free, accessible, and very easy to do. And this is just by incorporating light, sound, living objects, living things like plants, weight, colors, moving objects, electricity, symbolic objects, and other personal things that just speak to you, that speak to your soul, that spark your manifesting mojo, so to speak. So, for instance, if you are wanting more health, more sleep in your world, then in your bedroom, what would you do? You would turn down the lights. You would not have electronics in there. You would adjust the lights. You would adjust the sound, maybe incorporating some soothing sounds and maybe a sound machine. You can do whatever you want to change the environment, to change the energy of a space. That's what you're doing with Feng Shui. And say, if you're wanting to make more money in your business and you work at home, so you can take your home office and you can put a live plant in your home office, and a live plant that produces leaves, that's green, that represents cash, that is living, breathing, growing, just like your dreams with your business, just like your dollars in your bank account, right? And so when you make those correlations and you see these things, you are affecting the energy and manifesting. So weight is something that they use quite often. So say you're feeling lost in the clouds, anxious, not grounded, nervous. So what the cure is for that is to have something heavy in your house, or even place something heavy on your table, something that grounds you, something that stabilizes you. So you can start to see the correlations of how kind of practical and easy it is to feng shui your space, whether you have experience with this or not. It kind of boils down to common sense when you think about it, because there are traditional feng shui cures, and you can Google those and you can see them. But I will preface this: if it doesn't mean anything to you, it won't have any effect on you, because the magic isn't in the cure. The magic is in you. And so feng shuiing, or energetically aligning your home, is not a one size fits all deal. It's very unique to you. It's very unique to your personality. So let's say, for example, you want to, attract more money into your business. Let's just use that one again, because a lot of us can relate to that. So in your office, or even in your career space, you add a statue of Buddha. Now, is that going to work for everybody? No. Will it work for me? Yes, because I teach mindfulness, because Buddha is a part of my practice. But is it going to affect you if you are, say, building your bookkeeping business and you're agnostic? It's not. So what you would want to do is put something that represents business growth for bookkeepers. So it's very practical. So you don't have to go by the old ancient traditions of feng shui. You can alter these things to suit your needs, and to suit and to spark your inner flame. And I think that's where the magic is. I think a lot of people get really caught up in the rules. And I'm here to say, scrap the rules, that this isn't one size fits all. So if you are in your room, for example, and that bed feels squishy, that kind of feels like a no-brainer, a universal, move it out so other people can fit in. But then, what kind of blanket are you going to use? What kind of cover are you going to use? Now that is going to be up to you. What color represents love? What texture feels sexy to you? That's going to be different from person to person. So you get to modify your space based on your desires and your preferences and the things that really speak to you. So anyway, don't get too caught up in the one size fits all stuff. All right, I talked about the magic, talked about a good example, and hopefully you have that bagua. And when you print out your bagua, what you're going to do is you'll see on the bottom of the page, it'll be an orientation for you to like stand in front of your house, in your front door, and then hold the map out in front of you, and then you can segment your spaces. And so, for example, the love and romance department is over in the far right corner, and the money sector is in the far left-hand corner. And so you can go to town in feng shuiing all this stuff up and bringing in, activating your manifestation in all of your areas. Now, here's a fun part, little fun fact. It doesn't just have to be the whole entire house. So your whole entire house, you can cut that into squares, but you can also go room to room and hold your bagua in the doorway, and you can segment the areas in your room. And in fact, you can take your desk and you can segment the areas of your desk, or you can segment the areas of your patio, or you can segment the areas in your garage. There are no limits. And I say this because some people will see that when they take the bagua map and they're at their front door, their money area is in the bathroom. And that's not the best place for your money area to be. But not all is lost. You can still feng shui up your bathroom. So there's this, this concept about money going down the drain, flushing it away, all that good stuff. But we can close things. We can put the lid down. We can put a live plant in the bathroom. So there are some cures that you can do to counterbalance that. And you can feng shui the heck out of all the little mini spaces everywhere too. You can even feng shui your car. I would feng shui the most important parts of your life. So if you're wanting to manifest money or love, which are typically the top two, health, well-being, then find those specific areas in your car, on your desk. You don't have to do the whole entire bagua, but you can just focus on the things that you're wanting to manifest, and you can replicate with little reminders, just little things that you can add to your spaces to get your energy up around that just, again, reminds you and activates your manifesting abilities and your magnetism to the things that you're wanting. All right, guys. So if you thought that maybe feng shui had nothing to do with manifesting, I'm here to tell you that it has everything to do with manifesting, everything. And so take a look around your house, clean things up. If you're not manifesting, this is a whole nother topic. If you're not manifesting the things that you're wanting, I would say the first thing we need to do is check out your environment. Is it clogged? Is it cluttered? Is it messy? Do we need to organize it? Again, because your environment is a reflection of you, right? So tell, lots of tells out there. Well, that's it for now. I want to keep these lives shorter than I have been. And I want to invite you to just go and check out my Enchanted Empath community. You can get a 7-day free trial. Check it out. See if it's for you. Get in there and manifest with us. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And we go deep and we dive deep into these things. And we meet every Wednesday night for a coaching call and for different classes, new moon ceremonies, which we're doing tonight. You name it, we're doing it. And I just want to invite you to the party and have some fun. All right, guys. So until I see you next time, have fun feng shuiing your space, but take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. Okay. I'll see you soon.